Someone right now is lying to your face. And you're smiling, you're nodding, you're believing every word, because they don't look like someone who lies, they look you straight in the eye. They sound so sure, they even get emotional. But here's what they'll never tell you. Lying isn't hard, getting caught is. And the best ones know 5 simple secrets that keep them safe. Forever, until now. Most people think they can spot a lie. They think people who lie avoid looking at you. They think they shake, they think they mess up their words. But that's exactly what they want you to believe. Because while you're looking for someone nervous, the real one is sitting calm and totally in control. The ones who get away with it studied you. They know what you expect. And they do the opposite. Once you know these 5 secrets, you'll see it everywhere. So today, we're showing you the 5 secrets nobody wants you to know. Let's go. 1. Liars tell longer stories. First secret. When someone lies to you, they don't keep it short. They say more, way more. You ask a simple question, like, "Did you eat my cookies?" An honest person says, "No, I didn't. That's it. Done." But someone lying? They say, "No, I didn't eat your cookies. Why would I? I was in my room all day. I didn't even come to the kitchen. Plus, I don't even like those cookies. I had my own snacks. Ask anyone. I would never do that." See what happened? They built a whole story, with details, with reasons you didn't ask for, because they think more words means more truth. But it doesn't. Here's why. They're scared. Scared you won't believe them. So they pile on extra stuff. They think if they explain enough, you'll stop asking. But honest people just answer. They're sure because they're telling the truth. No fear, no panic. So when someone gives you a whole speech for a yes or no question, big red flag. What do? Listen for how long they talk. If it feels too long, ask yourself, why are they working so hard? Because truth doesn't need hard work. 2. They use your exact words. Second secret. When you ask a question, they repeat your exact words back to you. Word for word. You say, "Did you break my cup?" An honest person says, "No," or "I didn't," or "What?" No way. They answer naturally. But someone lying says, "I did not break your cup," same exact words, just repeated back. Why? Because they're buying time, time to think, time to make up a story. When someone repeats your question, they're stalling. Their brain is working really hard. Saying your words back gives them extra seconds to think. Repeating your words makes them feel safer. Like if they use your words, you'll believe them more. But it's fake. Honest people don't need to copy you, they just answer. Fast. So, next time they repeat your exact question back, watch out. What do? Ask the question again. But say it differently. Use different words. If they're lying, they'll mess up. They'll pause. Because now they can't just repeat. 3. They blame others too early. Third secret. They blame other people before you even say anything. Something goes wrong. Money goes missing. A secret gets told. And before you even speak, someone jumps in and says, "Well, it wasn't me. I bet it was Sarah. She always does this." Wait, nobody blamed them, nobody even asked, but they're already defending themselves and throwing someone else under the bus. Why? Because guilty people feel pressure, even when there's no pressure. They think you're thinking about them. So they try to move your eyes away. Fast. This is called jumping too early, defending yourself before anyone attacks you. And it's one of the biggest signs. Honest people don't do this. If they didn't do it, they wait. They let you ask. Because they're not scared. But the guilty ones panic early. They jump in too fast. How do you catch this? Pay attention to who speaks first. Who talks about blame when nobody's blaming yet? That's your person. When it happens, stay quiet. Just watch. Because the more they talk, the more they show, and soon they'll say something they shouldn't know. Truth is patient. Lies are rushed. 4. Liars change small details. Secret number 4. When someone lies, they can't keep their story straight. Not because they're bad at it, but because lies aren't real. They're made up. And, made up, things are hard to remember. They tell you a story, you listen, it sounds fine. Then a week later, you ask about it again. And something's different. A small thing, like the time, or the color, or who was there. At first you think, maybe I remembered wrong, but no, they changed it, because they forgot what they said before. When something real happens, your brain saves it. Like a movie, the details stay the same. But when you make something up, your brain has to work. It has to create. And every time you tell it again, your brain makes it again. A little different each time. So, they mess up. Not on the big things, but on the little things. The stuff they think you won't notice. But you will, if you pay attention. If you ask them to tell it more than once. What do? Test them. Not in a mean way. Just normal. Bring it up again later. Ask them to explain one more time. And listen. Really listen. If the story changes, even a little, you've got your answer. Honest people don't change their story. They can't. It's stuck in their memory. But the ones lying, they shift. They adjust. 5. They hate silence. Last secret. They cannot handle silence. They break it. Every time. When you ask a question and then just wait, they panic. Because silence feels like you don't believe them. It feels like pressure. So what do? They fill the quiet. They add more stuff. They explain again. They repeat. They ask, "Do you believe me?" Or, "Why are you looking at me like that?" But honest people? They're fine with silence. They answered. They told the truth. Now they wait. This is why police use silence in interviews. They ask a question, they get an answer, then they just sit there. And the guilty person always talks more. They can't help it. And when they talk more, they show more. They mess up. They say things that don't make sense. So here's your weapon. When you think someone's lying, ask your question. Then stop talking. Don't fill the gap. Just wait. And watch. If they're honest, they'll wait too. But if they're lying, they'll scramble. They'll talk, and they'll give themselves away. Silence is truth's best friend. So now you know. 5 secrets they pray you never figure out. Long stories, repeated words, blaming too early, changed details, and fear of silence. But here's the real secret. They're not smarter than you. They're just more desperate. They work harder, they plan more, because they're protecting something. But you have something stronger. You have the truth. And the truth doesn't need tricks. It just exists. Calm, steady, strong. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't feel bad for wanting answers. Don't let anyone make you feel crazy for noticing things don't add up. The next time someone's words don't match their actions, remember these secrets. Listen for long explanations. Watch for repeated words. Notice who defends too early. Track the changes. And use silence. You don't need to fight. Sometimes, just knowing is enough. Once you see the lie, you can't unsee it. Protect yourself. Trust your gut. They only win when you don't know the game. But now you do. Now you're ready. Don't fall for it. Not anymore.